Hello and welcome along to Extra Time. Another game and another victory for Real Madrid. This time a 4-2 success over Villarreal at the Santiago Bernabeu on Saturday evening. Joining me in the studio to look back at that game, Kieran Canning, Fred Hermel and Dermot Corrigan. Kieran, it was a really enjoyable game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Villarreal have been a revelation this season with the way they've played since they've come back into the Premier Liga. And beforehand, when we saw Ronaldo be suspended for 3 games at the moment, it looked like the most difficult one on paper. But we saw Real Madrid with Bale back in there, Jesse continuing his great form, Benzema with two important goals. And despite the good football that Villarreal played in patches, I thought Real Madrid were always in control.
You mentioned Benzema, got on the score sheet twice, 2 very impressive goals. Freddie, your thoughts?
Fantastic. It was very important to score those 2 goals, but because Villarreal played very well. They scored 2 goals in the last. In 2014, nobody scored 2 goals against Real Madrid, and less in the Bernabeu. I really appreciate the way that Real Madrid took this game without Cristiano Ronaldo. And when Cristiano is here, Benzema has to work for Cristiano Ronaldo. But when Cristiano is not here, he can try to score more goals, and he's able to score a lot of goals. And there is a statistic very important. He scored 104 goals with the white shirt of Real Madrid. It's the same number of goals than Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, the best striker of the history of football. For a player like Benzema, who's not so good, who's little player, look, in the same number of seasons, Benzema is yet in the legend of Real Madrid. It's amazing.
Not bad going from Karim Benzema at all. Also, good to see Gareth Bale get on the score sheet, a goal and an assist for him. He did really well, didn't he, Dermot?
Yeah, Carlo Ancelotti had said in the lead up to the game or midweek that he was going to keep him back just another few days so that he'd be fresh, and he showed how fresh he was. So, right from the start, getting in there, getting the ball off the Villarreal defender and getting onto the score sheet early on in the game. And for the rest of the first half, I thought he played really well as well. Kept going past his man on the outside and coming in on the inside as well. Came in with the assist for Benzema's first goal. So a really good performance from Bale. Maybe towards the end of the game he tired off a little bit, which is understandable considering he'd been out for a few weeks. But he'd be really happy with coming back into the team and with the contribution that he made.
OK, let's get the post-match thoughts of the manager, Carlo Ancelotti.
Bale enjoyed a good game, all of the players did, and it wasn't an easy match for us, especially after the hard work we had to put in against Atletico the other night. So it wasn't easy for us to prepare for this game. The players did a great job, and Bale scored our first goal and set up Karim for the second. Overall, it was a very high-level performance. We're in a good moment right now because, like I say, we are very focused. Tonight's game was different for us because it was less energetic than our last one. We did suffer at certain points of the match when Villarreal were playing the ball low across the ground. But when they gave us the opportunity to hit them on the counter-attack, we took the chance well. Jesse is continuing to play well. He's in a good moment of form and he really helps the team. He's hard-working and that's exactly what everyone expects from him. He's doing well, and for his age, that's a very good sign for all of us.
Carlo Ancelotti speaking in the post-match press conference. He was pretty calm and reserved in that post-match press conference, but you would have thought he would have been pretty happy with what he saw.
Yeah, I mean, as we said earlier on, it was so important that with Ronaldo not in the team, that the rest sort of stood up and took responsibility. Ancelotti said that himself in another part of the press conference, that Ronaldo's absence gave the rest a bit more motivation to go out and prove that they're not completely reliant on him. And I said he must be very happy with Bale coming back in with the injury problems he had, showing that he did look fit, especially in the first 45 minutes. He may be tired a bit towards the end, but he looked very impressive. Jesse, who Ancelotti's been the first senior manager to really give an opportunity to, is really taking it. And I think especially, we were talking earlier on about the form of Angel Di Maria in midfield. That's a position he hadn't really played in until, like, for Real Madrid. He's played there for Argentina quite a bit. Ancelotti has given him his opportunity in there, and since they went to that 4-3-3 formation with Di Maria played a bit more centrally, Madrid have been in great form.
We have to say that this game was really harder than people think. I talked to Ancelotti on Friday afternoon by phone, and we were talking about the game. He said, decisive game, really. It was a very dangerous game because he told me that Villarreal knows how to play football, can create occasion, and we see what happened. They scored 2 goals at Bernabeu, and it was a very dangerous rendezvous, as we say in French, for Real Madrid.
Without Ronaldo as well.
And without Ronaldo. But Carlo Ancelotti, I understand, he did not show he was so happy, but I can tell you that inside he was very happy because it was one of the most difficult games of the season. Just remember what happened there in Villarreal. We lost 2 points there because Villarreal is able to play the same level, technically, quite same level of Real Madrid.
Did we lose 2 points or did we gain 1 point?
At least we get 1 point there compared. If we see the value of this team, good coach, good players, and what happened, for example, with the goal of Giovanni. You know, you have players with a lot of talent in this team.
El Madrigal isn't an easy place to go. Villarreal have thrashed Real Sociedad there, Valencia there. They drew with Atletico as well. I said that Ronaldo wasn't playing, so perhaps it was nice to see Real Madrid score 4 goals without him.
Yeah, as Trevor said earlier on, when Ronaldo's not playing, the attack is set up a little bit differently because Ronaldo, any team who has Ronaldo in their lineup is going to play to his strengths, which is to get him the ball as often as possible. Yeah, you know, Portugal do it, Manchester United when they had him, and Real Madrid do it. It's the obvious thing to do. But when he's not there, the other players have a bit more space and a bit more initiative. They have to step up as well because it's important. Maybe you have Ronaldo in your team. It's easy enough to pass the ball to him and let him have a shot. But when he's not there, people have to go themselves. And Ancelotti talked about it in the press conference afterwards as well. That with Benzema, as I was saying, he had him making different runs, and Benzema himself has said he wanted to get there to the near post to get across the ball. And Bale was there to put the ball on a plate for him to knock it in. So each of the 3 players scored who played up front. It's great for Ancelotti when Ronaldo does come back in because he's only going to play 3 of those 4. But all of them are saying, OK, I'm here, I'm in the team now, I'm going to try and do exactly as much as I can do to make it as hard as possible for Ancelotti to leave him out. And that's what has happened.
Let's talk briefly about a player who we're going to hear from in just a moment. I caught up with Luka Modric after the game. How good was he once again?
Modric now looks like he's a Real Madrid player. When he goes out onto the pitch in the Bernabeu, he can take control of a game himself. When Alonso's not there, for instance, he comes in and runs the game for that. And that, I think Ancelotti has built his confidence, and Ancelotti, as a former midfield player himself, as a former midfield general himself, has been able to pass on his experience to Modric, and Modric really benefiting from it.
OK, let's hear from the man himself. I caught up with Luka Modric in the Bernabeu mix zone after the game. Luka, another victory for the side, another very important 3 points.
Yeah, it's a very important win for us tonight. We knew it will be a difficult game after last game against Atletico because we were a bit tired physically and mentally, and we needed to put big effort tonight to win one very good side like Villarreal.
Luka, personally, a very good performance from you again this evening, and the fans singing your name once again here. How does that feel?
Thank you. It feels great. What can I say? I'm proud. I'm proud to hear the fans that singing my name. It's very nice to hear it, and I can't thank them enough for giving me such a support. And I feel great. I feel great. But like I said last time, for me is the most important thing that team is playing well, that team is winning, and now we are in very good moment, and we need to keep going in the same manner.
Speaking to Luka Modric after the game, he looked really happy, actually. He looked like he's enjoying himself, and as you said, he was delighted to hear his name.
He was happy to talk to you, I think.
Yeah.
First of all, it's normal. All we are. Now, Modric, I wanted to say something important, because you were talking about Xabi Alonso. With Modric and Xabi Alonso, they are both players in the ideal start 11 of Carlo Ancelotti, and they have 2 different roles. For the long passes, you have Xabi Alonso. For short passes, you have Luka Modric, and you have 2 big alternatives. And it's important in a team like Real Madrid to have these kind of solutions.
OK, that's all we've got time for on this edition of Extra Time. Keep your tweets coming to us using that hashtag ExtraTimeRM. If you haven't already, also make sure you subscribe to the official Real Madrid YouTube channel. Until the next time, from the panel and myself, it's adios.